This way, tick, tick. Tick, tick. Tick, tick. Tick, tick. Come on. Come on. All right, now we're back at the wheat. The mostly have dried. I still have a couple of green ones that in the last garden tour I had pointed out that they have these hairs, or I think I saw when I was doing some research they're called awns, or beard, like this is bearded wheat. And I did find out that red fife, which is what I had originally thought this was when I bought it from the seed company, actually, so I googled if red fife wheat was awnless, and it is. So the ones that don't have the hairs or the awns, actually they do have 2 or 3 right at the very tippy top, and that's fine. Are red fife. The ones with the awns, I don't know what they are. I kind of think Googling and looking at characteristics that this is also a red wheat that's a hard red wheat, just like red fife is. And red fife, I got it because it's a hard red that's winter sown or spring sown. I think this is turkey red, hard red wheat. It looks like that, and I think that that's probably what it is. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave those ones because those ones are still green, and we're going to cut off the seed heads that are totally dry. Then we'll go into the greenhouse and chat about what the next steps will be and what I think we'll be doing. I'm not sure. If they have just a little bit of green left on them, I'm leaving them because these are totally green. So I can leave these ones. And I'm gonna save them separately because, well, we'll talk about that. All right, so let's go talk about it. Well, this is, we're in the greenhouse, and this is fresh basil tea that I made in one of the last videos. I'll link it. I did put a little bit of salsa water in it. I don't have much of the tea left, so that's why I did that. Plus, it's more refreshing. Okay, so let's talk about this. I was thinking I was a little disappointed that this wasn't exactly what I thought, and then I got thinking about it in the, oh, I'll show you what that looks like. I wish I had some of the other ones, but they're not ready. But when I harvest the other ones, they should be even shorter in length and redder if they're a turkey hard red wheat, but they're super hard. So I think that they're ready. I'm going to save these separate and grow these out. This red fife, I think I'm going to grow it as a spring wheat. So I would sow this, you know, sometime in March, probably, once I can get some open ground here. It may be mid to late March. Well, I think I think I winter sowed it in mid-March, the first day of spring, though, spring solstice, I think. So, and I'm harvesting it now. So, and I want to grow them, the other variety that has the awns or the hairs, the beard. I'm going to grow that as my winter wheat. So I'm going to grow that this winter. Sow it sometime in, I think probably October, because they said that you typically sow your winter wheat the same time you sow your garlic. And I sow garlic here in New England in October. So like I was saying, I was a bit disappointed, I think, at first. And then I got thinking about it. With the garlic, I had talked about, you know, maybe doing some landrace, you know, gardening. I don't know if that's a new term to you guys. I had mentioned it in, I think, the live, I think, when I was talking about the garlic. I had stumbled across that term back in like 2015 or something like that. And it's basically diverse seed that's locally grown and adapted to your area, basically. So you take a whole bunch of, that one has a hole in it. I'll save that one out to give to the chickens. So basically the idea is that you take all the wheat seeds or all the garlic and cross them in, or they're going to naturally cross from the pollinators, but I guess you could hand pollinate too. And then save those seeds that next year, see what you get, and save those seeds. And I think that by the, obviously it depends on what you're growing, but on average, they say that third growing season, then you'll start to see characteristics that you like, characteristics that you want to start saving for. So I'm thinking that maybe we'll do something like that with this, because I was reading about both those varieties of red fife and turkey red. They are land races in already. They already are a land race, and they had been inducted into the they don't call it land race, it's like something arc, something like that. This is still quite soft. I think I'll save that one for the chickens too. So I think I'd like to grow them out separately, see what happens. I don't know. Are you guys interested in stuff like that? I think some of these might be wetter than I thought. Well, I guess I'm not surprised, because we did have torrential rains yesterday, and it was quite cool. It's actually been quite cool today. Only like 70. I guess some people would say, oh, that's comfortable, and I agree, except that we have such a few days that we get any like real summer like temperatures that I really don't mind having lots of days that are 80 or even 90. Let me know what you guys are growing in your gardens. I'm pretty interested in that. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just hand picking them out, and I know that some people will be like, oh, that's tedious, but you know, sometimes I like chores like this that I can sit out and enjoy the outside. So I hope that it's sunny where you are and that you're growing together, and I'll see you next time in the garden.